Kailangan matatot!
Normally, school folk with it. So it does feel like if you're going to be going out or if you're going to be playing a game that has potential to send you home, you should better be on your very most comfortable hero. But the Ursa shot that you made earlier for the side of Betboom comes out for OG instead. They have this hero, incredible.
And we haven't really seen all too many stacks coming in from all too many of these teams, but when you start getting on to stacking duty here, that's when it really starts to get really fun for the Timbersaw. You can start to blow up those stacks, even if they want to give it to BZM as well, they can do that, and they just play this fast kind of tempo, which is what I think they need to do. They've got a Mercer, they've got a Timbersaw. How many couriers is Tiger going to kill? Is that 3 at the start of the game? He's going to die for it, I think.
No, it's actually fine, dude. He's not going to die. He's too fast, so Nico
right
can't catch him. FP he has is going to play a factor in him not really wanting to stick around. I wonder if Tiger's going to be able to ensure that no water rune is picked up. Indeed he does. Is he going to deny it or try to pick it up? Just deny it. And BZM not going to be allowed to get the water rune down bottom because of Roger. So both 4 positions quickly showing up to be like, well, we're going to keep this mid lane as honest as humanly possible. Just Leshrac versus Puck. And if that happens, Lawler's going to win this matchup. BZM's actually almost dead. And indeed he is. Gets solo killed by the Leshrac middle. Underestimates how much damage Lesh can deal at this stage of the game.
He had a Fairy Fire and a 7 wand. BZM, might want to go wash your face, brother. I know it's getting late over there in Singapore, but it definitely shouldn't have happened there. Either way, I do like how both the 4 positions make their way towards the middle lane, and they just say, hey, you can't get runes, because runes are oh so important towards these mid laners right now. Bottom side, though, oh, that was a sick wall stomp.
That was so sick, actually coming in from Noticed. It's not going to be good enough, ultimately, to ensure the life. Preventing it from happening. Wait, what? The silence doesn't cancel the... Okay, cool. Alright, fine.
Yes.
Primal Beast interactions, no flop.
So I guess as soon as he's already charging the onslaught, I guess you kind of can't cancel it early. So that's maybe the thing for Primal Beast there. But the fact that BZM got out, it's got free... Oh, Tiger, you're just going to get run down, brother. Oh. That's so depressing when you're playing as a support, you just get run down. Are they going to kill Lal, though? The Dream Coil?
Oh, but they do have the Onslaught and the Trample that they hit the turnaround onto BZM. So Neko with the Frostbite, yet again, proving to be a thorn in BZM's side. And now Laurel can activate the Diabolic Edict. But OG, not dissuaded. They're going to keep bringing heroes middle. They refuse to lose the tower this early on. And they are out of resources on the side of Betboom. So they finally let this push go. The tower's down to a lot less than half HP. So Neko, he picks up a haste rune. If he picked up any other rune, he'd probably be dead.
He's having a good time on this Puck. He's kind of getting abused in the lane. He's getting kind of outplayed a little bit with the Primal Beast. He has to kind of overplay his hero a lot with the Illusory Orb as well as the phase shift. This is kind of one of the downsides since these cooldowns are so long. But bottom side, they're just going to be able to take down Misha. Going on to Yuragi as well. It's a big rotation.
One Tiger too, and they've already got him. Yeah. Enrage forced out of Yuragi. BZM was forced to drop down the Dream Coil just to try and bail Yuragi out. But Yuragi might still die here because Dahak has the bubble. Doesn't even need it. Wait, what? How was that a kill credited to Dahak?
Time dilation.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Did it actually connect onto him? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
well, that's going to be a nice little kill. Whatsoever. OG in general, I feel like they just want to dodge until Yuragi gets caught. He wants to dodge, but won't be allowed to do so. He's still alive for now with the Enrage, but with Frostbite, Freezing Field. Wait, what? They don't have a way to kill him? Are you kidding me? Okay. They couldn't get the Visage Familiars out onto him as well. So Noticed just ends up having to watch Soneko just die instead as Amar finally gets involved in the fray, shows his strength on the Timbersaw, and saves the life of Yuragi.
Yeah, it turns out 80% damage reduction is quite a lot. Missing 80% of a lot of this damage is very, very hard to get through. So Tiger, mate, I've seen this story before. Didn't you die here just 30 seconds ago? I like what he's doing though. The reason why he's doing this is he's just constantly trying to push out this bottom lane. Like him dying on a Shadow Demon is not the worst at all. Like he's just constantly pushing out this bottom lane and do the damage they can do as well. The fight of a vision, though.
A small fight. They're fighting over this vision to make sure they know who's who in the zoo. It's just sentries that they're fighting over right now, and an Observer Ward finally gets dewatered. This will mean that Betboom have made sure that OG have a tougher approach to the situation, and they have their own ward deeper into the jungle that saw these heroes coming up the ramp. They might still end up fighting though. as Tiger gets the vision onto Roger, finds the banish as well. That should cancel out the onslaught. And he comes back, he'll buy time with the pulverize, but absolutely no way out of this one. Amar kills him off with the chakram. Sergeant Kaya also completed on this Timber Saw. And do they want to go for Lol as well? Woo! That's a lot of damage onto the Slash, but now here comes the counterplay. Freezing Field into the mass spell damage of Laurel. Dahak there for a token effort. He'll drop a Chrono. He'll just connect onto this Enchantress though. Not any real target. Noticed in the meantime. Also finding stuns on the right side of the fight onto BZM, and BZM is
into to Amar, but he just overstepped his bounds. He tumble toys in, and then he chained all the way, and OG just couldn't back him up. They weren't anywhere close to him. He gets caught out by a Frostbite. Tiger once again getting caught out in the bottom side of the map as well, and it's just hard for OG to respond to any of this aggression. That's just 2 supports. Now they might be able to go here onto Yuragi though.
Here comes Lol. Have to be careful about this. They don't have a BKB on the Ursa. He's way too far. He kills Roger, but he's almost certainly going to die for this one. Bloodstone activated. The Enrage was already committed earlier, and Lol now gets himself.
Tiger has the Aghanim Scepter and Aghanim Shard now as well, so they've got access to this demonic
Where are they getting this money?
I don't know. These guys have been doing a really, really good job at just keeping the farm up right now, and they drew the line. They knew that Roshan is the fight here. Chronosphere is available. Who wins the team fight?
I think so. Pulverize goes on to Tiger first. That's a big target, but Roger taking quite a bit of damage. And here comes the Chronosphere. It's on to 2. They burst down the Tiger Shadow Demon first, and now they're trying to put the work onto Yuragi. But Yuragi got off the BKB. He's turning onto Laurel. Laurel getting blown apart by Yuragi and Amar. But they run out of the BKB, so Yuragi will end up being soul assumptioned into the grave. In the meantime, in the north part of the fight, BZM tried to run away, but got chased down by Dahak and Roger. As the Faceless Void cleans him up. That's 4 heroes down. And without any kind of ability to stop this, Amar's going to have to just go and farm while Betboom claim yet another Aegis.
Yeah, massive team fight there from Betboom. I thought Roger was dead to rights. He was oh so low. The Chronosphere came in there from Dahak, but it's just so much extra experience going the side of Betboom. Their team fight's just a little bit stronger as well. And just getting caught out by the Chronosphere, just not really being able to have the team fight on their own terms.
He sort of budgets the point about, oh gosh, Misha, but he's buying space for Yuragi to jump in on the backline, but Yuragi can't blow up the Visage. Misha will die to the magic damage of Lol. Lol trying to chase down Tiger as a kid. Yuragi forced to run away from Dahak, but he runs into the waiting hands of Roger, who pulverizes him, holds him in place, and Dahak with the double damage rune beats him to death. 3 heroes gone. Did cost the life of the Visage, who was the initial target, but who the hell cares? Dahak and the gang, man. They're actually going to go and chase for Amar. They fight him inside the dire jungle here. Roger has the onslaught, goes in onto him. BKB activated by Amar. Just going to try and buy space in time. But unfortunately for him, BKBs are not permanent in this game. He will be able to dodge the split earth, but can do nothing about the pulverize. At the very least, kills off Roger. But probably not worth it as he loses his life. On the bright side here, Law was trying to push through in the tier 3 tower in middle. A few ideas of where OG are at. Laurel, happy to go in the forefront of this. Doesn't have Aegis anymore. He jumps up. He gets caught in with the Chrono because they're buying him space in time. Yuragi in the BKB. It's about to expire though. Law popped the Bloodstone as well, so he gets back all the HP he lost initially. And there's a split earth onto so many heroes. They've killed BZM. Amar's gonna follow him into the grave as well. Tiger brought back with Misha almost instantly, but he might just be sent back on an express trip to the fountain. It's gonna be a dieback for the support Shadow Demon. And Betboom, they already have a way into the base. They're not bothering with another lane of racks. They want to end the game. Buyback from Amar, but what can Amar do here? He doesn't have his BKB anymore. Doesn't have any allies either. And OG, they've been in this position before. They've put other teams in this position before. They know the game is over. GG, well played is called. Up the Troll Warlord here.
Do you go TB here, or you just go Luna? Okay. So I don't hate the draft coming in from OG. I understand why you wanted to get the Troll Warlord because the Bloodseeker lane feels really bad in towards the into the slider.
20 minutes was so funny. Right now, BZM trying to fight versus Law here. Law could actually get the solo kill. Is this the first blood? No, it's going to get a turnaround because BZM gets the water rune first. But here comes Roger with the onslaught. They're going to set up the solo kill. BZM, one more right click, and it's going to be him going down. First blood happening in this mid lane. This time around, Lol doesn't solo kill him, but nonetheless, with some assistance, he does get the better of his lane counterpart.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be definitely a solo kill. Oh, did they get the kill on Lol? Oh, they didn't have the damage there from Tiger. Okay, yes, he does.
He does! Purifying Flames! He will get trampled down for his efforts, but Tiger also has access to a magic wand. The stick, rather.
Flicks.
Will not be able to die because he gets slowed down by the shield crash, so he can't catch up to Tiger.
No.
And he knows that he's going to die here. Fortune's End to hold him in position. BZM with the swashbuckle cleans him up. And OG strike back hard in this mid lane. They thought they had...
Feel too much about. You can get out of it and then kind of play around the things in these team fights.
Look at this middle. They saw 4 heroes trying to come down and gank
fight.
onto Dahak, but now here comes Roger. Onslaught onto 2. Notice, gets off the Rupture onto BZM. He's stalled out as well, tries to roll away, but he knows he's dead to rights. In the meantime, they were also able to run down Nisha with Dahak. So we get bonus gold for the Troll Warlord. And now here they are, mounting... Lal already activated the Diabolic Edict. But between Noticed and Dahak, there's no way they won't be able to just punch through this tier 1 tower. OG, they put 4 heroes down the bottom, but the rotation gets scouted, and the importance of vision comes into play yet again here, Fluke.
They're going to get out-farmed by Luna, and that's what Amar wants to do as well, right? Like, he's one of these naturally greedy kind of off-lane players, and if he sits back, and speaking of Amar, he's in a bit of trouble here. I think they have enough damage to kill him, but...
Dahak doesn't want to dive underneath the tier 1 tower, so it turns out Roger just onslaughted into his death. It's only level 5 on the Primal Beast right now, not nearly tanky enough to survive hits from the Slaughter and the tier 1 tower. So they will be able to move him a little bit off the lane. I'll say that Tiger actually shows up bottle and provides all the heals necessary here. Might be able to kill Seneko. They're running him down. Fortune's End is out, and his life is forfeit. Dahak has to be careful though. Where was this version of Betboom all weekend? They're back to their full strength. Notice he's going to get caught out though inside of a frostbite, but at the same time he drops down this blood right. Global Silence will emerge thereafter. Rolling Thunder already committed, but BZM needs to get out. He's ruptured and they don't have the damage to kill him. Tiger will be brought down during the split earth, granting a little bit more intelligence to Seneko. But on the bright side for OG, although they're liable to lose this tier 1 tower down bottom, doesn't seem like they're going to be too unhappy about not losing the life of BZM, unless of course they lose more with the Luna getting caught while she's trying to find the Ancients. Uragi is gone. Roger doesn't even die, he gets denied by a neutral as well, and they're going to try and clean up the stack as well. BZM needs to try and get immediate revenge. Blood Right gets dropped down, they cannot keep chasing this Bloodseeker. BZM goes in, beautiful swashbuckle, the damage outlay with the Orb of Corrosion guarantees that they get the kill. Misha finds a frostbite onto Seneko, and the chase will be on from the rest of OG. Double kill for the Pango. And OG making game number 2 a lot more interesting. They got, see it from Amar. Will they be able to get in on a fight? They jump first onto this Bloodseeker, but there's the Global Silence. Unfortunately, Amar might be in danger here. Misha, he's sitting alone in the midst of several heroes from the side of Betboom, and he ends up losing his life. They committed the Rolling Thunder, but now it's been ruptured. So BZM is going to have to cancel this. Gets up onto the high ground, though, and that'll provide him some degree of safety. As noticed, flies too close to the sun, dies underneath the damage provided by the Eclipse of Uragi. So that's going to be a 1-for-1, but it's a much more important kill attained for the side of OG. And they do manage to stop, at least stall the tier 2 tower push in the top lane.
Yeah, you can see how scary Amar is, right? He's got this Mask of Madness and the Blink Dagger, so, much like game number 1, he's able to farm up towards these scary little iron time.
Yeah, but where OG are right now.
Yeah, I think they realized that OG are just in this kind of state, very, very hard for them to deal with. I don't think Lal is going to feel all too confident about running into a team fight with only a blood. So he's got 3.2k gold, so kind of just trying to figure out what he wants to go for, whether it be the Blink Dagger, maybe he wants to go for Denialism, but oh no, Bloodseeker's dead.
Bloodseeker is indeed dead. Allies are streaming in to try and potentially avenge him, but it's going to be a little bit too late. They're unable to come back in time, and they're actually just pushing the higher ground, OG. Betboom, they played game number 1 fairly quickly. OG trying to respond here and do exactly the same thing. Dahak is behind them, but Dahak's actually not that strong. They jump onto Roger. Amar, how did he catch him? I think his courier scouted him flying over his head, and then he finally gets the kill. Amar though takes a little bit of damage back. Bash in is going to be there, and they will be able to find a split earth onto BZM. That's 2 supports already down. Frostbite onto Dahak. Dahak, will he get off his ultimate? No, he won't. As Uragi bursts him from the heavens with the Eclipse. It's a double kill for the Luna, and that's no bad. And Roger, look where Roger is. He's behind them, trying to come in for a weird onslaught angle. But they have to be very careful with how they approach this. Blood Rights dropped again. Amar will get silenced from this, but doesn't really care that much. You got Tiger nearby if it was that much of a problem. As they now go middle, they find Dahak, they find the Troll Warlord. Troll is dead without buyback. And Dahak, 40 seconds in the grave. It's not going to take them that long to destroy your base. As now with this Rolling Thunder, they're thinking about going for more. The Swashbuckle zones 2 heroes back into the fountain. It's only Law that can stand his ground. But even with Lal outside of the Wraith Pack, they have no fear here for the side of OG. And they take down a second lane of Rax. Only one remains. There is a tier 1 tower in the top lane, so they can't go for the Megas. They have to go for the Jugular. Amar ruptured up right now. Can just stand his ground though. And Tiger right there with the heals if needed. And Amar should be fine. Laurel gets off the split earth onto 2 heroes, but this might just be a debate. They're going in. Primal Beast threw in a rock. Look at Uragi falling low, but he gets off his BKB, turns on the damage tap onto Laurel. And with the corrosive haze between himself and Amar, they have more than enough right-click damage. They do get the kill. Dahak finally does respawn. Has the Battletrons, has the BKB, died before he could get off either. And he hasn't been able to use either in this game. And OG are like, wait. Rolling Thunder going to be coming in from BZM. He's creating space and time. Dahak in the meantime gets off his BKB, trying to get these right clicks out onto Amar. Amar is falling low. There's a false promise to keep the Slaughter alive though, but he gets off the Battletrons. Who's going to end up winning this one? It is going to be the Troll, who's able to eliminate the Slaughter. In the meantime, the rest of Betboom taking down OG as they bring down BZM thanks to the advent of the Roger Pulverize, and Lal throws in mass amounts of damage at the same time. So Betboom, they're up against it right now. They've lost 2 lanes of Rax, but they haven't lost the game.
They kind of need to put everything into this Troll Warlord, because otherwise he will not be able to come out on top. Oh, Amar just goes
he
in.
reads where they're at, but he gets himself ruptured for his troubles. BZM now coming in, bouncing through multiple heroes with the Rolling Thunder. Lal has already lost the Aegis. BZM in the meantime trying to bring down Lotus. Global Silence will eventually emerge, but it's too late. Frostbite kills the Lotus Bloodseeker. Lal on the second life gets off the BKB with the Bloodstone, but Uragi, his BKB is already expended. Berserk mode from Dahak is beating down the Troll. Even with the Fortune's End and the False Promise, he might still die. But at the same time, they do kill off the Troll Warlord, and Uragi stays standing. Between Lal and Dahak, they just didn't have enough damage, Fluke. And now they're going to try and just clean up on the heroes trying to escape. Roger, able to onslaught away. Notice has fled with the tail tucked between his legs after buying back. And OG, it looked for a second like it might be rough, but they just don't have the damage to deal with this Oracle. Unlike what happened inside the base where Tiger got isolated by Laurel, this time around Tiger was able to comfortably sit on the back of the fight, casting spells like there's no tomorrow.
Bro, they didn't even rampage. That's the sad part, is they didn't even use it for the Troll. Now he uses the rampage, but that's about it. Maybe they can hold on.
Roger? Oh, Pulverize cancelled immediately by getting off this Primal Beast. Dahak's life is cancelled as well as he gets sent back to the fountain. And GG is called by Betboom as OG succeed in winning game number 2. They keep their upper bracket dreams alive. And for a moment...